Good morning. Here we are again. It's Thursday. I checked the calendar. We're going to share. Share. Anybody that comes to the playground, please feel free to share and share alike. Let's get this out. Today is a very busy day for me. First day of a new show tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So when you join me, well, we talked a little bit about it yesterday. We'll talk a little bit more about it. And I want to know what's going on in your world. Got to share this out so people can find me. And then we'll get started. I am totally unknowing yet. I have no idea what we're gonna play today. So it's very funny how that works. Don't know why it's doing that. I don't want to edit page. So I hope I get some playmates today. I don't want to sit here at the playground all by myself, but it's okay if I do because I'm very good at entertaining myself. I've been like that since I was a child. Let's see, back. It's okay if it takes time for people to catch up because it takes me time to figure out what I'm doing too. And I'm not doing so well today. There we go. Oh my goodness. Breathe big. It is cloudy and gray here again today. This seems to be the pattern I see too. Thank you for popping in with me. I don't have to play all by myself. Hi Robin, nice to see you. Trying to figure out how to get this shared out a little bit real quick. This is my normal morning share. And then I'm going to be all yours. I'm going to see where this goes today. So tell me what you are all getting into today. What's going on in your world? Where should we go today? Where should we share this today? I like to get it out there and see what kind of crowds we can bring in. Different people. I love to see different people. Australia was fun. Can't find that group, but that was fun the other day to see some Australian people pop in with us. Oops. I don't know what that is. That's good enough. Let's have some fun. So Robin, what's going on with you today? What is happening in your neck of the world? How are the energies of the planet affecting you? I'd love to know. Today I put on my page that it's all about the crow's nest, and I wrote a book called Anchor Light with Paul Wyrostek. I see somebody else who has not got a face yet, so we'll see. Working from home, not feeling well, but hopefully I will feel better. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know what you got going on, but it's been a really rough week for me. Hi, Eric. It's been a rough week for me energetically. I've had a lot of heavy energy, really, really tired, and headaches and stuff. So it's starting to lift. I'll give it that. It's getting better. So these storms that we go through, our bodies are trying so hard to recalibrate to all this new energy, and it can be really difficult sometimes. So just keep reminding yourself it's all for a good reason. It's all for a good reason. We're growing again. It's okay. We'll come back out, rest a lot, take good care of yourself, drink a lot of fluids, all that. Centering and grounding. We're all about the crow's nest today. I wrote about it, and I've talked to a lot of people about it in the past 24 hours, and I feel like when I keep having this repeating theme coming through, that's what the message is for the day. So that's where we're going to go, is to the crow's nest. And I'll explain where that is in just a few minutes. I'm waiting. Looks like we've got 3. It's a quiet day today. I've been busy all morning. I have not been checking in with people as well as I could have today, and I apologize for that. It's been some days we just get inundated with things that are going on right from the start. Hi, Geraldine. Thank you for popping in. And Terry Angel, thank you for popping in, sharing. I appreciate you guys jumping in, and even if you can only stay for a few minutes, I'm always so happy to see you. So today it is all about the crow's nest, and that was one of my favorite writings in my book was the crow's nest, because thank you for sharing, because You guys, I'm sorry I couldn't be with you too much with coffee and conversation. I had another conversation going on that was really important, some growth going on, and I needed that. So some days it's just everybody kind of hits me at the same time. There's a lot going on with my kids right now. There's a lot going on with everyone right now. So trying to keep up, and sometimes it's not easy keeping up with everyone. So we're here now, and it's all about observation. It's all about, that's what the crow's nest is. I wrote about it, and it was about the captain that the ship had been through a really bad storm. Wind and waves had come along, and they had fought so hard all night long. The crew had fought, and they were so tired, and the ship was a disaster. Food was floating around. Their crates and barrels and things like that had washed over, and man, the captain got up, and she looked around, and she was like, wow, this is a mess. This place is a disaster. And a part of her just wanted to sit there in it and just be like, what am I going to do with this mess? And instead, she said she heard a crow, and she looked up, and she saw the crow was up at the top of that crow's nest. And she said, I'm going to join that crow. And she got up there, and she changed the way that she was looking. She changed her filter. She changed the viewpoint of the disaster. And just by doing that, it created a shift of energy. She stood up there in that crow's nest, and she looked down on all of that destruction, and yet she saw all of her crew. Her crew was all still there. She hadn't lost anyone. They were laying around sleeping everywhere. They were exhausted from their fight the night before, from all that struggling, and yet every one of them was there, and every one of them was okay. They were all okay, and her ship was still floating. And she started telling herself these things. She started saying, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. And she started calming her ego just by telling her, look at that, maybe it's all out of place. Maybe, there's tears in our sails and things look really messy down below, but it can all be fixed. And the most important things are still here. I still have the people that I care so much about. I still have my ship. Everything is okay. It's all okay. She was standing up there giving herself affirmations. She was standing up there talking nice to herself, and she was teaching herself that we literally, when we do that in real life, we literally are rewiring that part of ourselves to look at the world differently. So what is your crow's nest? Do you inside of yourself sometimes, when the world gets really crazy, and it is super crazy right now, and we can have a lot of painful things going on. I'm looking at posts that people are putting up, and we have pets that are dying, and we have loved ones that are sick, and there's a lot of hunger, and there's a lot of homelessness, and there's a lot of destruction. There's been a lot of really bad storms. We can get really, really pulled into that, like looking around and only seeing the destruction, all of the sad, the hurt, the pain on the planet. Or we can choose to climb up to the top of that crow's nest, and we can see the world a little bit differently. So that's where we're going to go today in our meditation. It's going to be all about, it's there. We have to acknowledge it inside of ourselves, those little children that are still hurting, that still have pain. And yet we can go back at those experiences that those children had, and we can realize that they came through. They're still here. They did okay. They fought through it. Kids are so resilient. We are so resilient. We have made it through some really tough stuff, and yet we have transformed. Hi, Marika. Terry, I'm glad that you were able to pop in. I can't wait for tonight's show either. I'm really excited about it. So it's all about that retraining, that acceptance of the difficult things that we've been through, to realize, really, you have to realize that all of these things that are happening have purpose. They have reason for happening there and leading us, guiding us all, as each one of us as little single people, and the collective consciousness is growing and learning from all of these things, and they're difficult. Man, they're tough. It's tough. It's so hard for us to sit and watch these people suffer like they are. Suffering brings about transformation when we allow it. I would not be the person that I am today if I hadn't. I look back at just 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago, whatever. I'm like, wow, I'm not even that person anymore, because I've allowed the pain and the difficulties to transform me. And I know many of my friends here have done the same thing. Hi, Linda. I'm so glad you're up and around. It's nice to see you. So we're talking about the crow's nest today, and I know you've read Anchor Light, so I hope, if you can remember that, where the captain, where they had been through a horrible storm, and the ship was just a disaster. And she looked at it and she was really, oh, it's horrible. And then she went up into the crow's nest and she stood up there and she looked down on it and she was like, yeah, but look, my ship is still floating and my crew is still alive and everything's okay. So it's all about that today. I don't know how long this will, we're still early, but I would like to fall into a meditation where we spend some time comforting and looking at the world through different eyes. Were you one of those kids? I was. I talk about that often. I have pictures of myself from the time I was very small. I was like one, and I was bent over. I was standing on the sofa, and I was bent over, and I was looking at the world upside down. I was always one of those people from the time I was very small who liked to see the world through different eyes. Hold on. I feel like I want to cry, and I don't know who that is today, but it keeps coming through in these waves of like, oh, I'm going to cry, and I don't think it's me. So if you're having one of those days, either you're watching it now or you're going to watch it in the future, there's this energy coming through of just blue, almost like I want to sit down and I just need to have a good cry. So... and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the collective consciousness, even if our lives are going along really well, there's a lot of pain in the world, and we feel that as empaths. We can feel, we're looking around and we're like, wow. I looked at the news, I looked at the headlines, and it's really rough out there right now. It's really scary, so take a big breath. It's going to be okay. We're all going through this together. We're in this together. We're having this experience, and it is pure experience. Everything that we go through, this is not, we're not a victim. This today is all about stepping out of victim mode. It's stepping into the role of the observer. Can you step into a different place? Can you, inside of us, we have this one little child, all of us have this, that is the little one that loves to sit in the corner and read a good thick book. This child has thick glasses and probably high water pants. Let's see what else. This is the little child that is nothing but just pure intellect, wants to learn about everything there is to learn about. Can we pull those little ones out today? Can we have all those little eggheads? That's what we were called when we were kids, when we were too smart. And we were the ones that were at the front of the class, always raising our hands. Yes, please pick me because I've got all the answers. Bring them to the forth today, because these little guys and girls, maybe they need to learn that they don't have all the answers, that they can relax into the idea that they don't need all the answers. We don't need all the answers. The most beautiful things happen when we stop trying to figure it out, when we just let ourselves relax and literally surrender to life and to what it's bringing our way. Let's see, Marika, tell me how you say your name. I'm sorry. I'm not very good with names. I hear for 2 days, I love you so much. So yes, I always step into better feeling space. Yes, that's awesome that that's what you're hearing. I love you so much. I love you so much. That's what the universe is telling us. I love you so much. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being on the front line. Thank you for sharing your light even when it hurts. Thank you for not covering yourself up. Thank you for allowing yourself to feel the pain of the collective consciousness. That's what I'm feeling today. This is not my pain. My life is in a very easy, happy space right now. I don't really have a lot of pain, and yet I'm feeling it today. I feel like I just I need to release some tears for the collective consciousness, for all of the suffering that's going on in the world today. So if you guys are feeling that, join me in that. If we cry a little bit, it's okay. It's okay. Crying is good. It's just flushing it all out, isn't it? So breathe. I want to allow myself to be still for a few minutes, put my feet on the floor, and see if we don't feel some sweet energy filling the space. We're allowing it. We're allowing ourselves to be comforted. We're allowing those little children that think that they're so smart. I have some of my kids that can be like that. One in particular that I'm thinking of right now. Super smart. Let me tell you a cute little story. When he was little, he's now 22. He'll be 23 August 1st. Man, he's such a cutie. He looks like a male version of Abby, if you've seen her before. He's like tall and skinny, and he's a cute kid. And he He was like an angel when he was little. He had these blonde curls all over his head and big blue eyes. And he literally, when we cut his hair short, he had a circle, a gold circle around his head. I don't know if it's still there, but I would cut his, when we would take him to the hairdresser and they clip him really short, they could see that blonde circle around his head. They thought they'd like made him bald. And that's because it looked so strange. And I was like, no, it's just what he's got. He's literally born with a halo. This little boy came here for a purpose. He's very driven. And he always knew that he was right and everybody else was wrong. And I remember trying to teach him the names of colors. And this is funny. So I would say, that's green. And he'd say, no, that's glass. And I'm like, no, it's green. No, that's glass. I'm like, all right, well, this is brown. No, that's poop. No, it's not poop. It's brown. This is red. No, that's blood. No, it's not blood. And we would go on and on and on. He always had a different name for everything. And I would be like, no, it's green. And he'd say, no, they changed that. The whole world changed the English language because this child insisted that it was something different. He was so confident in his knowledge of what was right and what was wrong. And it was the cutest thing. It hasn't always been cute because he's always been this way and he still can be this way. He still is so sure that he's right all the time. So we all have that. I know he got that from me. That's one of my many personalities. One of my facets is a better way to put it. We're all like diamonds. We have so many facets. And truly, we love them like God loves us. I think of that little boy, that little cute little person that always knew better. Well, it still does. I still see him as that little blondie with the halo and the blue eyes. And it's okay. It's okay that he thinks he's always right. It's okay because we're so loved. God loves us so much that he just looks down on us still. Even as adults, he looks down on us and goes, oh, look how cute they are. They're so cute. I just love them so much. Can you feel that this morning? Can you feel a taste of how much you are loved? And that when he looks at you or she, whatever your creator is, whoever that is, I believe in a divine feminine just as much as a divine masculine. I believe in just the power of love. That is my religion, is love. And that love looks down on us like little children and says, wow, aren't they cute? Aren't they just the sweetest little thing? Yeah, they get into some trouble. They're little troublemakers sometimes. They do things that are very, very naughty. Sometimes they need a good time out. And yet we are still so loved. So let's bring that little know-it-all out today. You know you got one. That's a little person that knows everything and likes to be stubborn and doesn't really want to hear the truth because we're like, no, I got it. They plug in their ears. They're like, nope, 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 not, I can't hear you. Did you ever be around anybody like that? I can't hear you. I've been there. I was number 4. I was a girl, still am. I was the little tattler. My siblings would try to tell me something and I'm like, nope, nope, it's my way. I'm going to do it my way. I've always been like that. So I'm bringing that little person out to the forefront today. And I love her. I love this little person. And I hope that you love yours too. I hope that you feel that love for that little noisemaker inside of you today. And we're going to bring them to the circle. And man, they're going to have some fun in that circle. Ooh, I feel the energy. Thank you. Woo, I feel the energy of all your little troublemakers. They're not really trouble. They're just know-it-alls. They know. They got it all figured out. How many of us think that we got life all figured out? We think that we can lay it all out. We can say, well, I'm going to have this many kids. I'm going to marry this guy. I'm going to picture this guy. This is what I want. I'm going to marry him. I'm going to have this many kids. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a degree in this. Then I'm going to get a job and it's going to pay this amount. I'm going to have a car and that car is going to be the greatest car ever. And I'm going to buy a house and the house is going to be so incredible. And I'm going to have this and that. And you can go on and on and on, thinking that you got it all figured out. And then life comes along and says, sorry, it's just not the way it's going to be. It's not going to be that easy for you. I'm sorry, you've got some experiences right back where we started. Those storms are going to come in. They're going to bring experiences that you'd rather not have. If I could sit down and rewrite my story, sometimes I wonder if I would change the storyline, if I would do things differently. And truly, I wouldn't, because my story, my experiences have brought me right to where I am today, to this little know-it-all that needs to be put in her little corner and said, you know what? You don't, well, it's not even that. Let's be nice to her. Let's just say, or him, let's just say, you know what, little cutie, come up here in my lap. You don't need to have all the answers. You can relax. Because I think that's the thing, is these little people that think that they need to know everything, to have all the answers. It's exhausting. How good does it feel when you bring that little child, when you be that little child that thinks that she or he has all the answers, and you go, I don't need them. I don't need all the answers. Wait a minute. I don't gotta know everything. I don't need to use this to figure out where I'm supposed to be in life. I can surrender to life. I felt them relax when I said that. I felt a big sigh of, oh, thank you. I don't gotta carry all that. I don't gotta keep searching all these books. I don't gotta keep researching everything. I don't gotta work so hard. Take a breath. Take a breath. Allow that little one to breathe today. To just breathe and shake your shoulders out. Shake it. Let your arms drop. Relax. Let that little one relax today. We don't have to have all the answers. We can look at life differently. We can play. We can just not even try. Remember little kids where they're like, it's too much to try to read all those books and figure all that out. I just want to play. Let's let those little ones come out and play today. They don't need to work so hard. Marika, I was an 8-year-old and I used to explain priests in church that they explained the Bible in the wrong way. Yep, mother used to kick me under the table. You know what? That's twofold. I think oftentimes those of us that are old souls came into the world knowing things that other people go to college and they learn how to read the Bible and they learn how to interpret things. They're going through their own filters, but they're learning through that college. They're not learning through their hearts. So I get that too, where I feel like the Bible needs to be it's been so taken out of context in so many ways, written in these ways of fear, and it's been humanized. We have humanized God. So, Marika, I think that maybe your little small self was just trying to teach some grown-ups how to see God better, how to realize that God's just love. God doesn't judge. God doesn't send floods to wash people away. God doesn't do anything to hurt us. God didn't kill his son. He didn't tell us we got to kill. Gosh. The truth of that is we as human beings needed a sacrifice for our sins. We needed something. We had to say, we're pretty crummy. I gotta have something. I gotta have somebody die for me so that I feel like I can get back to God. And God said, I love you so much. I love you so much. If you really need that sacrifice, if that's what you need from me to realize how much I love you, then I'm going to come. And he came as his own son. And he said, all right, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for you. I love you so much, so deeply, that I will die for you. That's what that was all about. So, Geraldine, I wouldn't change my story at all. Thank you. That's beautiful. I'm exactly who I am because of it. I love where I am, even with the challenges. Exactly. It just, we're in such a beautiful energy now that I sit here and I go, man, 2 months ago, I was still fighting through life, trying to figure out how to go along with what I thought I'd figured out. Like I thought that I had it all figured out. Once again, I thought I had it all figured out and it's got to go this way and I'm going to try to force it into place. I'm going to beat it into place. I'm just going to work so hard at this. That little person that was pushing so hard to try to fit a square peg into a round hole has finally learned to take a break. Take a break. Just like fall into the water and let yourself float. So why don't we do that today? We're going to take these little ones that think that they got to figure it all out, that are so smart. They're smart. You're just really smart. You got a big old brain. But it's okay to let that brain rest sometimes, because it's in letting the brain rest that the third eye, that these gifts really have a chance to flourish. And the way that it's being given to me, as we were talking this morning with this person, I was like, I feel like the greatest gift, and what I believe this show is going to bring out at 7 o'clock tonight and over again, is the greatest gift that Steve gave me after he passed was to be willing to surrender to spirit, to the spirit inside of me, to come to a place where I realize that my spirit does not have to be locked solidly into my heart space, that my spirit can step into that abyss of eternity anytime it likes and still come back. It still comes back. He showed me that. He showed me how to feel what it's like to step out of my body and then to find the truth of me. So we want to do that this morning. Every day when we do these meditations, I'd like for you to be able to feel that today, to feel what it's like to let go, step out of that. So it's the little child today. That little child gets a chance to step out, and I feel it growing. Let's let those little babies out. What are these tears? Let that child come out. We're going to sit in a little circle together. Focus on that little being inside of you that needs your attention and needs you to bring comfort and needs to know that he or she is completely okay, just as she is. Don't need to try to be better. Don't need to try to be perfect. Don't need to try to please anyone else. You don't need to be anything more than what you already are, because you're absolutely perfect just the way that you are. So breathe in. The energy is joining right now. We're asking our archangels, all of us together. They come straight from your heart space. That's why they're so available to all of us. They're right there waiting all the time. Let's allow Archangel Michael to bring an air of protection around us. Circle us in that white light. Let's allow Archangel Michael to sever and release any cords or attachments, any earthbound spirits, any old soul contracts that we don't need to follow through on anymore, anything that we can let go of, any old karma, any ancestral energy that does not serve us, anything that doesn't serve us. As we're sitting here, as we're enjoying this meditation, whatever you're willing to release and let go of, you can step out of it now, let it go. It's just about surrendering today. Surrender those things, even if you don't know what they are. If it's not serving me, I don't want it, because I'm making space for those things that do serve me. So I'm letting go today. And surrender is my word. Surrender. I would like us as little children, I've got a whole room of little inner tubes. You're sitting in a room filled with, it's like a beach house. And I'd like you to choose your inner tube. Pick one up. Then I would like you to step outside, because I have this beautiful little lazy river swimming pool for you. The water is warm. Breathe in this beautiful energy. Start lifting yourself. Let's let that wind beneath our wings, spirit, our ancestors that are here for our highest of good, any loved ones that you'd like to call in, source energy, your own Holy Spirit, higher selves. Let's allow that wind that they bring into the room, that gentle breeze, to kind of lift our souls, to kind of come up out of the body for a few minutes, to envision yourself as that little child with that inner tube in your hand, and you are happy as you can be. You're not tied down. There's nothing that makes you tired or guilty or any lower vibrational stuff. It's all just joy. You're filled with joy. You have no fear. There's nothing related to fear in your little body. You are invincible. Nothing's going to hurt you. So when you're ready, you can step into that warm water with your inner tube and just kind of lay it in the water. And you know how you just plop back on it. So your feet are sticking up and your hands are up and your face is up to the sun. Lay yourself back on that little inner tube. We're letting go of the need. If you have any need to try to control that inner tube, lay your hands in the water and let it go. No control. We're going to let this go. We're going to let the tube take us wherever it wants to take us. We don't need to paddle. We don't need to swim. We don't need to have any fear. We're just relaxing into this. And remember to breathe this into your body as you're allowing your spirit to go play in the inner tube. Breathe the healing energy into your body. I see you. I see polka dot bikinis. I see cute little bathing suits. I see little feet, little chubby toes sticking up. Big smiles on your faces. Look up at the sun. Just enjoy it. Lay your head back. Feel that warmth hit your body. Isn't that glorious? Splash the water a little bit. You can splash each other if you want to. Have a little fun. Just splash. It's okay. Enjoy yourself. Kick your feet. You ever kick your feet and get a good splash going? You can kick your feet a little bit. Splash your neighbor. We can join hands as we're going down the lazy river too. Grab your friend's hand. And the river is just gentle. And it's got sweet little curves in it. And it's going down, but it's going down nice and easy. So you don't have to do anything. It just carries you. So you can just relax and play and let it take you without doing any work. Enjoy the buoyancy. Does it feel good to just float? Does it feel good to just let that tube carry your body without you having to try to stay afloat? It's literally doing all the work for you. So rest into that. Relax your body. And breathe. I want to see what I'm feeling. I want to see where you guys are. I'm feeling a lot of joy. I'm feeling peacefulness. Little nice lift off the heart. That's a good release. Allow yourself to let go. It feels important. I know when we have experiences that in life and we carry these little painful things inside of us, it feels like it's important, like we have to hold on. You're not gonna lose the lessons that you've learned. You're not gonna lose the love that you've gained. You're not gonna lose anything that's important to you, anything that's really, really needed. You're just letting go of those things that you don't need anymore. So let them go. Creating a more expansive space inside of you so your soul has room for this big expansion that it's getting. You're growing in leaps and bounds. You might not see it inside of you. You're growing. And let it grow. Give yourself space. Breathe deeply into your heart space. Blow that space way up big. Allow all this healing energy to fill your body. Fill every cell. Fill your lungs with healing. Let's give you all that protection. Feels good. And up into the throat. I want to yawn big. If you want to yawn big, let it go. Just yawn. Stretch that throat. You can feel the muscles here. Stretch it right up. Give it space. Allow the energy to flow easily through you. As your little one is just in the flow, that little one is just enjoying all of the peace and the gentle waves. I see little dragonflies. There's little blue dragonflies, and each one of us has a dragonfly on our toe. It just comes to say hello. Hello. That person that you lost, that little pet, whatever you're mourning, whatever you've lost most recently, or even if it's 20, 30 years ago, if you're still having pain, visualize that little dragonfly as that loved one coming back to say hi to you. Hello, little dragonflies. The sun is shining on their wings and it's glittery and it's beautiful and it's like this, can't even describe. Have you ever looked at a dragonfly's wings up close when the light hits them? Iridescence, luminescence. It's incredible. And these are the ones with a long, skinny blue body. They were always my favorite on Cuba Lake when I was a kid. They used to land on my inner tube, and I used to love to look at them. They were magical. They're like little mini dragons. Thank you. I got a lift off of the throat. Perfect. I feel like there's some healing going on in your bodies right now, physically. Your souls are at peace. I can feel that. How does it feel to just float on that inner tube with no worries? You're being reminded today to do that often. Whenever you get a chance, go to your happy place. Go there. Go there. They're like repeating, go there. Because every time you start to fall into worry, go there. Go to that quiet space. You can do it in the middle of Walmart if you want to. Close your eyes and visualize yourself back here on that little inner tube, just floating. There's no worries. There's nothing to be concerned with. It's okay. You can be at peace. That peaceful presence is what's changing the planet. Don't feel guilty for not being miserable when other people are unhappy. Because when we're all unhappy, we're creating more unrest. We're creating more dis-ease on the planet. Our job is to be happy and at peace as much as we possibly can. So find your happy place wherever it is for you and go there often. Okay, there's some weight on my heart space right now. Like a big cry. If you feel the need to cry today, I hope that you give yourself that. Just sometimes we don't even know why. Just let it go. Let yourself cry. It's okay. Breathing all the way from my toes, all the way up my legs, into my spine, the sacral chakra. We're going to let it hit there. Breathe up this healing energy from the earth. And let it hit every one of your chakras right now. So it's like ding, 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 ding. Like a rainbow, each one is lighting up. You're all lit up from inside right now, and you're clear. We're asking for all this clearing energy to throw off any blocks, cords, attachments, anything like that. If you have memories, you may not even know what they are, but let's shake them loose now. Shake those loose like little toy blocks inside of you. It's just they're flying off in every which direction. Your chakras are like fans, and they're just poof, 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 poof. They're just throwing these things off. Letting you feel more freedom, more alive, more clarity, more purpose. And the energy is moving right up your spine, right up. Breathe it. You can feel it. It's taking my breath away. Let it breathe it right on up into your heart space, up into your throat. I feel an expansion in everyone's throat. It's like it's gotten bigger. I see a bullfrog. Do you know what a bullfrog looks like when it blows that big old expansion? Breathe into that. Breathe into your neck, into your throat. And integrating energy, allowing your body to absorb it and to integrate this new energy that's flowing right now. It's beautiful. Lots going on in the throat. That was a big one. Whoever did that, thank you. The big old stretch. Okay, it's moving up into the third eye. I feel fingers on my head right now, right around my forehead. I love when that happens. Can you feel that? Visualize it. You're getting a clearing right here. It's opening you up to more clarity, to your truth, to your gifts. Open that up. But this right here, I can feel mine right there. Let it open. Don't be afraid of it. There's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, the energy is shooting right up the crown. Wow, that's beautiful. And it's staying with you as you're releasing, as you're letting that beautiful energy flow down from the earth and all the way up through the center of you and all the way up. It's like shooting out of you like little rainbows everywhere. It's going all the way across the earth. Let's visualize it as this healing green light. And I can see it just going, you can see it moving across the earth. It's like a wildfire, except it's green. It's not, there's no destruction. It's literally just going across the earth, bringing all this healing touch, this healing energy coming from you. That's what you're here for. You are an alchemist. You are taking old energy out of the earth. You're taking all that, you're recycling, and you're creating, as it comes up through your body, suddenly it's been transmuted into the light. You are a light being, and you are so capable of doing this work. So allow that energy to flow up through you, through your crown. All of you that are so worried and trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing here, the reminder is that you don't need to figure this with your head. You can't think your way through this. Stop trying to figure it all out and just relax into it. Let it just happen. When you get into the flow, when you lay back in that inner tube and you just let yourself flow, it's going to take you exactly where you need to be. It's going to show you. You don't need to figure it out. You're going to see. You're going to know where you need to be and what you need to be doing, because it's just going to come. Opportunities are just going to open up and you're going to say, ah, yes, that's what I've been waiting for. Thank you. Be open to opportunity today. Open your heart. Keep it open. Allow. There's nothing that's going to hurt you. You're safe in here. You're protected. But you can allow those opportunities to flow through you. Just like your own lazy Susan going through your body. Or lazy Susan? Lazy river. Let it flow easy. Release. Surrender to it. All right. It feels like a lazy river right now. It feels incredible. You guys have done some beautiful releasing. I'm so thankful that you did this, that you were ready to let go. It feels like we're so clear. So I want you to picture your little children coming back. They're putting up their little inner tubes. They've got big smiles on their faces. They're so happy. I'm going to wrap you all in a big white towel. Can you see me coming around with big white towels? It's warm and it's soft. It's just perfect. Wrap yourself right up. Be snug, and it's a bug in a rug. And then join it. It's back in the circle. I'd like you to visualize yourself jumping easily back into your heart space. Nice and easy. Don't get crazy. Nice and easy back into your heart space. And then you're being protected. You're being wrapped. Angels are bringing around an air of protection around you. Archangel Michael loves to do that. So you are safely protected back in your heart space. And that little child is now in a space of release. He or she has learned how to let go of the need to read every book, and the need to look everything up, the need to know all the answers. Suddenly it's okay to say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't need to know. I'm okay to be in this space of unknowingness. And not only am I okay to be there, it feels really good. It feels really good to let go of that responsibility of figuring it all out. It feels so good just to relax. Let yourself be wrapped up in that white puffy towel today. See yourself just putting your feet up and relaxing. Get yourself a little, I see you now like laying back, and beside you is a table and there's a little drink. Now these are non-alcoholic because we're children, remember? But they have little umbrellas on them. I see these little umbrella drinks and your feet are up and you're just like, isn't it nice to just relax for a little while? Isn't it nice to stop feeling like you've always got to work and just be peaceful and happy and content? Like that little cat laying over there in the chair. She doesn't care if the cat food who goes to the store. She doesn't care about anything. All she wants to do is chase the occasional flying bug that gets into the front door. She loves her laser light. She loves to eat and drink and lay around and purr. That's all she's doing. Cats have got it figured out. Be a cat. Enjoy that today. I love you guys. If you got anything else that you want to share with me, please do. This has been a sweet little gathering. I'm so glad that you came and joined me today. I hope that you'll pop in. I know for some of you it's a weird time, but I hope that you'll pop in tonight at 7 o'clock. This is brand new. I have no idea where it's going to go. I'm really, truly opening the floor to Steve. So when I say, yeah, Sally De La Rosa is awesome. She's a medium. She's an incredible human being. I'm so thankful that she's joining us. And I can't wait. If you don't know her yet, I can't wait for you to meet her, because it's a beautiful opportunity for you. And, and I'll be there, but I'm going to really open the floor to Steve and I'll let him. He has made himself known to Sally many times, so I'm going to let them. You guys converse. Let's see what happens. It's going to be really, really cool. You're so welcome, Linda. It's about that time. You saw it. Unicorns, excellent. I love unicorns. I love it when you see magical creatures when we go to these places. I'm still bathing in the energy. It's very tasty and sweet today. It's like you guys are like cotton candy. You brought cotton candy to the room and just sit there and eat your sugar today. And it's not going to hurt you, I promise. This is virtual, spiritual cotton candy. Enjoy that sweetness today. Sherry, I think you're just kidding here, so please go back. We're getting ready to close out for the day. I'm so glad to see you. Tell me what's going on in your world today. We just had a really sweet meditation. Going to go to Gerald's tomorrow. Wow, you're going to go to Gerald Ann's, physically go to Gerald Ann's house tomorrow? That's really, really awesome. Gerald Ann, I was just talking to Jim about that too. We would really like to come down and see you sometime soon. So let's plan a physical get together soon. I love you guys. And I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope that you allow yourselves to be in peace and to be wrapped up in this love that's all around you right now. It's incredible. Just allow it. Surrender to it. Have a beautiful day. I will see you tonight at 7 o'clock. I will see you tomorrow morning. Let's see. Oh, yes, I've been here in my cheetah one-shouldered swimsuit from my childhood days. Good. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so glad. Yes, to pick up, that's what I thought. Maybe you're going to pick up Terry and take her back home. That's really awesome. That's really great that you get to do that. I love the connection that you all have. Linda, talking to you. All right. I'm going to sign off for the day and go get myself busy and make sure that I'm ready for the show tonight. I love you guys. Take excellent care of yourselves today. Be at peace. Be in love with you and your wonderfulness. And check in with me anytime you'd like. I love you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.